coming up. The QEP is developing a new AI-based reading coach for undergraduates. Students celebrate Lunar New Year with a traditional performance. And a San Antonio filmmaker premieres a thrilling movie at City-Based Cinema. See how the cast and crew come together at the red carpet. All this and more on UIWtv.
Hello and welcome back to the first newscast of the spring semester. We hope your year is off to a good start. I'm Janelda Jesus.
And I'm Matthew Faltich, and we're so glad to have you here with us today.
That's right, it's so good to be back for another semester. Did you do anything fun over the winter break, Matthew?
I started actually at an advertising agency, so that's just been what I've been focusing on besides, of course, now with college. What about you?
That's awesome. First of all, congratulations.
Thank
Second
you.
of all, the complete opposite of you, I closed my computer and did not answer a single email.
Well, you've been busy so much, honestly, since I've known you, so you deserve that. You honestly do.
Well, thank you for that. But I am happy to be back, and there's plenty happening on campus and beyond. So let's turn it over to our first story of the day. UIW received a gift of $500,000 for the renovation of Founders Hall. This gift was from Gary Joris, CEO of the construction firm Joris General Contractors. He has been a trusted partner of UIW for decades, serving in the UIW Board of Trustees and supporting UIW's annual scholarship fundraising. Dr. Thomas Evans said, quote, "I am deeply grateful to Gary for his belief in our mission and in our Cardinals, and for his continued leadership as we work to serve both well." The Joris Residence Hall was named in honor of him, and now the SCC Ballroom will also be named the Joris Ballroom. Generative AI has become somewhat of a controversial subject in the last few years, so it may surprise you to hear that AI will soon be available to students at UIW. The Quality Enhancement Plan, or QEP, is currently focused on improving the reading comprehension skills of students. It uses an open-source language learning model which has been trained to perform specific tasks such as annotation, visualization, and extracting key points.
This will be a reading coach, and then when students start to interacting with it, it will guide the students step by step on how to apply specific research-based reading strategies.
A web app which is associated with the UIW office.
The QEP program is still in development, but it will be available at the Writing, Reading, and Learning Center in fall of 2025. To learn more, visit uiw.edu/QEP.
Now, there's been a lot of talk on social media surrounding President Trump's new policies since taking office last month. UIWtv reporter Emma Ghali is here with more.
It has been nearly 1 month since President Donald Trump took office in January. Since his inauguration, he has already issued several executive orders. While some are celebrating his swift actions, President Trump has also received plenty of backlash on social media. Let's take a closer look at everything he has done thus far. Donald Trump took a major stance against undocumented immigration by signing 8 executive orders, some of which include to declare a national emergency at the border and to end birthright citizenship. The Protecting the American People Against Invasion order calls for the immediate removal of those who reside in the country without legal status. This order also establishes detention facilities for those awaiting their deportation. President Trump also passed an executive order declaring that the federal government must refer to people as their biological sex and not their gender identity. This order also takes away federal funding for promoting gender ideology. The Ending Radical and Wasteful Government DEI Programs and Preferencing Executive Order removes all government policies and programs that promote diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. In relation to DEI programs being cut, people across the country are concerned for what this means for Black History Month and other cultural celebrations going forward. President Donald Trump did declare February as Black History Month and also called upon public officials and the people of the U.S. to observe and celebrate this month. However, the Department of Defense released a statement saying they, quote, will not use official resources to host celebrations or events related to Cultural Awareness Months. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to go over everything today. There's still a lot more that President Trump has done and plans on doing. I want to encourage everyone to please go online and read up on the policies I did not mention today. For UIWtv, I'm Emma Ghali.
Thank you so much, Emma. It's important to stay up to date on current events so that we as citizens can make informed decisions. And February is, of course, Black History Month, and what better way to celebrate than to learn about the African American roots here in San Antonio. Filmmakers Baba and Undar Mahat screened two documentaries, Walk on the River and Walk on the River 2.0 at Red Bull Church. These documentaries explore the history, contributions, and experiences of African Americans here in San Antonio.
And if you have any questions on it,
we had talked to some of the elders and leaders and people who were born and raised here, and we were very fortunate because we had an opportunity to sit with them and document their story, our story as they told us.
someone that was in the film.
The filmmakers have produced numerous documentaries that speak on different topics within the community. If you want to learn more information, follow them on Instagram at Melanize Media or go to melanizemedia.com.
With viral infections on the rise, knowing the necessary precautions is essential. Registered nurse Alexander Cleghorn at Methodist Stone Oak has seen an increase of different viral infections from influenza A to infections such as norovirus. To stay safe, taking proper precautions is crucial.
For airborne precautions, things like COVID, you'll want to wear an N95 respirator mask. That filters the air that you breathe, and that's because COVID is airborne. So droplet mask, COVID, N95, and then of course with both, you want to keep your distance and stay away from the others.
Additional methods of protection include washing or sanitizing your hands frequently and staying home if you feel sick. For more information on how to protect yourself, visit the UIW Health Services Clinic website.
Now, UIW offers a large variety of degree programs for its students. One of the lesser known programs is meteorology. Now, meteorology is a study of weather and the atmosphere. To become a meteorologist, the degree requires advanced knowledge in science, math, and communication. Professor Tim Springer has been teaching this at UIW for over 15 years.
Then you bring both the art side and the science side together to make a forecast. And that's one of the things we focus on, is to prepare students to be able to make forecasts.
The program is shown to have a great track record producing meteorologists, including UIW alumnus Ring Shapto of KENS 5. For more information on the UIW meteorology program, visit UIW.edu. And speaking of meteorology, the AMS student chapter is hosting a Valentine's Day fundraiser at the Student Engagement Center. And UIWtv reporter McKenna Mochigemba is live at the scene right now to check out what this organization offers for students. What do you have for us, McKenna?
Today I am in the SEC building with Raleigh, the AMS social media manager. So can you tell me a little bit about what your organization does?
Yeah, so we're the AMS chapter, American Meteorology Society for UIW. It's a nationwide recognized chapter. We're all students, either broadcast meteorologists or operational meteorology, so trying to be weathermen or weather women.
Now, how does that relate to the table behind us?
Really not much on the table today because it's really not all weather related at all. But being that we're in San Antonio, more of a Latin-based community, a lot of our snacks are Latin-based. So we're kind of going with that vibe right now. It's Valentine's Day coming up. So
are you selling the snacks? And if so, what are y'all fundraising for?
We are, yeah. So they're only $1 right now. Everything's $1. We're selling them right now. The annual American Meteorology Society meeting's coming up in Houston next January. And so we're getting money for that, for Airbnb or hotel, travel, expenses, everything, food.
And if students want to get involved with your organization or support, where can they find you at?
Yeah, so we're still growing. Only been around for about 2 semesters now. You can follow us on Instagram, AMS UIW Met Chapter, and I'm the head of it. So send me a message on it, and I'll reach out to you and reach out to who you need to get in touch to, and then give us some support.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, McKenna. Now, as he stated, if you do want to keep up with more AMS activities, you can follow them on Instagram at UIW AMS Met chapter. Now, I don't know about you, Janelle, but for me personally, I've been seeing a lot of Valentine's Day tabling around campus. Personally for me, I'm not into it since I'm single, but you know, what about you?
Well, first, Matthew, love is anything but just a relationship. It's friends, it's family, it's amazing professors. But me personally, it's my first Valentine's Day with my boyfriend, so I am pretty excited about that.
You get to say that. I can't because, you know, I'm single. It might be easier for you, but, you know, just a bit different.
Right, but with that, let's take a look at the first social media question of the semester. This week, we asked, how do you spread love around campus? We'll take a look at our viewer responses later in the show, but for now, sit tight. UIWtv will be right back.
You know, Jamie really needs to start knowing when to mind her own business.
Professor Richardson?
Whatever. It's just not my place to be sticking my nose into other people's businesses just because of some civic.
Maybe she's trying to teach about responsibility.
Tell me why I got a notification from your account from freaking Cassandra asking if you wanted to hang out.
Listen.
You were supposed to have dinner with me. Would you rather go hang out with Cassandra?
We have.
Am I not good enough for you?
No. We have something to work on, okay?
Do you have any plans for over the break?
No, I don't really have any plans. Just same old, same old. What about you?
I mean, I don't have anything, but there's always things I want to do, and I just never end up doing.
I don't have to say something, but I should.
All it takes is one person. If you or someone you know is experiencing emotional abuse, text CONNECT to 741741.
What's my routine? I don't know. I guess I just... Well, I eat healthy and I work out. There is help out there for you, and recovery is possible.
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back, Cardinals. My name is Case Victoria, and I'm here to bring you all the latest entertainment buzz. Students at UIW School of Osteopathic Medicine delivered an impressive performance to celebrate the Lunar New Year. UIW SOM students performed a traditional lion dance symbolizing good fortune and prosperity for the new year. It brought smiles and positive energy to all participants and everyone fortunate enough to watch.
For this year, we just continue the same culture and we elevate it, bring it up, and we brought more fun to our campus here with lion dance.
The students have worked incredibly hard to deliver an outstanding show, and the results are clear. Dean Pham and Dr. Nizama Denova distributed lucky money cards, each one carrying heartfelt wishes for students' success in the coming year. If you want to support upcoming performances, follow UIW SOM on Instagram for updates. In other UIW news, students gathered together at the Maybe Library to watch Land Taken, Land Given. The drama starred award-winning actor and UIW alumnus Jesse Borrego. The drama honors the legacy of the Apache tribe who once roamed the sacred lands of San Antonio. Professor of Religious Studies, Sister Martha Ann Kirk, wrote the play as a memoir to those who owned the land before colonization.
I wanted to honor the grief of the Native Americans who were losing their land, the grief of my ancestor, and healing hate.
Sister Martha Ann aims to spread more knowledge of indigenous tribes of South Texas. If you want to learn more about American Indian culture, you can visit AITSCM.org. I recently went out to the Cardinal Stampede, hosting the Westgate Circle. Let's take a quick look at what I saw.
Howdy, Cardinals. Here I am between the Lawn and Westgate Circle. Here, Resin Life is celebrating the rodeo season. Let's see how they ride. Woo!
So this is a rodeo theme event that we put on every year to kick off the start of rodeo, which has started actually today.
To celebrate the rodeo season, Resident Life stacked the Cardinal Stampede with many cowboy-themed games, such as Can Knockdown, horse racing, Lasso the Longhorn, horseshoe pitching, and karaoke. For more information on events like this, tune into campus engagement on all their socials. Till next ride, I'm Case Victoria.
To stay up to date on events happening on campus, be sure to look at Engage in your Cardinal apps. Speaking of up to date with campus activities, McKenna and I went to the Student Engagement Center in our segment Cardinal in the Street.
My name is McKenna Muchigamba.
And I'm Case Victoria.
And today we are in the SEC building asking students their opinion on the TikTok ban and TikTok bringing back.
I'll just say I did not last very well those first 12 hours. It was gone. Instagram Reels was not cutting it for me.
Instagram Reels is better.
I low-key just laughed. Like I saw the ban and I was like, this can't be real. Then the next day it was back. I make music and so I like put stuff on TikTok. So for a second I was like, dang, that sucks, but I didn't really care too much. So
I believe that this generation has something called a TikTok brain where they can't focus, and having TikTok away can help them maybe read more, just spend time with family or friends, or something more productive than just being on the phone all day.
I mean, I like TikTok. It helps me go to sleep at night. I think some of the reasons it was banned was purely political. I think it's back for a good reason.
It felt like a stunt, and I don't really know how to feel about that.
I love TikTok. I'm so glad it's back. I'm actually going to get a TikTok tattoo sleeve all down here. What do you think?
my name is Lil KV. That's L.I.L.K.V with another dot at the end because I made it complicated. But I make Christian rap, so check it out.
Personally, I'm just glad that TikTok is back. One local filmmaker is bringing all the glamour of Hollywood red carpet right here in San Antonio. Reporter Mario Cruz was at the premiere.
On January 24th, filmmaker CJ Goodwin hosted the red carpet premiere of Sherlock Holmes' Mayor of the Night at City-Based Cinemas, a landmark event for San Antonio's growing film scene.
I really would like to be, a good center point in San Antonio where we are making features coming out of this city that's going across the country and the world.
Goodwin's latest film brings high-quality production to San Antonio, proving that you don't need to go to Hollywood to be a part of a big project. It's a testament to the local talent that he is committed to elevating.
One of the things that I think really stands out is just all of the talent in this film. It's all local. It was filmed local, produced local, like everything was done here with people from around the community.
Goodwin is dedicated to creating opportunities for the people around him, giving them the chance to shine on a bigger stage. For him, this film is just the beginning of helping others to reach their full potential.
See all of that work, come in the same way that you see, big blockbuster Hollywood films. Just proves that, local talent, that there's a place for it.
As San Antonio's film scene grows, CJ Goodwin is proving that you don't have to leave your hometown to be a part of something big. For UIWtv, I'm Mauricio Cruz.
To find out more about how you can get involved in the local film scene, you can contact the San Antonio Film Commission through their email at filmsat@film.sanantonio.com. Here, with more information about Sherlock Holmes, Mayor of the Night, Kyle Hayden, is with the final cut. What do you have for us, Kyle?
Welcome back to The Final Cut. I'm your host, Kyle Hayden, and today we'll be talking about Sherlock Holmes' Mayor of the Night, which released in select theaters in San Antonio, Texas on January 24th, 2025. Mayor of the Night is the fourth feature film by writer-director CJ Goodwin, and it's an indie film in the best way possible. The film was crowdfunded and shot in Texas with a volunteer cast and crew. In an era of studio-backed films with enormous budgets, Mayor of the Night is a testament to dedication and filmmaking at its finest. Sherlock Holmes entered the public domain in 2023, allowing for independent artists like Goodwin to make their own iterations of the character. The Sherlock we follow in Mayor of the Night is a broken, suffering man, a far cry from the Hollywood interpretations of the character we see in the Robert Downey Jr. and Enola Holmes movies. Sherlock is portrayed by Les Best in this film, who brings a genuine and raw emotion to the character. Best spent 2 years growing out his hair in preparation to play this version of Holmes. The film is technically impressive on all levels and had several shots which left my mouth hanging open in theaters. It is a horror film and there are some genuinely good scares and frightening imagery. Unfortunately, however, this is only part 1 of 2, and the story feels unfinished by the end of the film rather than feeling like an open ending. Mayor of the Night is over 2 hours long, but I firmly believe that it could have and potentially should have been a half hour shorter. The main antagonist is introduced, but is only in the film for about 10 minutes, presumably to return in the sequel. Either way, I recommend checking out Mayor of the Night if you can on streaming. I know I'll be first in line to buy tickets for part 2 in 2026. This has been Kyle Hayden for UIWtv. Thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Kyle. I'll be sure to check out Mayor of the Night. Marvel is back with a new release happening tomorrow. Captain America: A Brave New World is the second to last movie in MCU's Phase 5. The movie follows Sam Wilson as Captain America in the middle of an international incident. To see the film, be sure to check out a theater near you. McKenna Muchigamba is here to bring us the first Music in a Minute for the spring semester. What do you have for us, McKenna?
Welcome to Music in a Minute. I'm here to bring you all the latest hot goss of the music world. Just say it is so, but it certainly is. Blink-182 announced a one-night charity show at the Hollywood Palladium happening this evening in support of wildfire reliefs in Southern California. I got you with this next one. Hasudu Miku, the virtual pop star, is being added into Fortnite for Festival Season 7. Her character will include her iconic outfit, instruments, and more within the Battle Pass available for purchase. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Mattel created a Barbie doll after the late American singer Aaliyah. She was most known for redefining contemporary R&B, pop, and hip-hop. The doll was released on the star's 46th birthday in honor of her truly being one in a million. Well, that's all for this week's Music in a Minute. Until next newscast, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, McKenna. I personally bought Hatsune Miku in the item shop. Well, that's a wrap on entertainment, but don't go just yet. Sports is up next. For UIWtv, I'm Case Victoria.
How was your day? Good, but I have a lot of work to do, sadly. Well, I'm sure you'll get it all done. Oh, and when you're done, can you help me with something later? Sir? Are you done yet?
Yeah, let's go off the train. I'm heading that way. Yeah, man, I can meet you outside. people, not monsters. If you are struggling, call or visit 211 for help.
Glad to see you're still tuned in for another semester. I'm Aaron Rios, and it's time to talk UIW sports. The 2025 sports season has just begun. Let's take a look at how our Cardinals are doing. Men's golf competed in the Bentwater Invitational, finishing in 6th place. Carson Hunsucker led the Cardinals ahead by shooting 1 under in the first round. Ken Martin-Sue continued the trend in the second round by also shooting 1 under par. Men's basketball triumphed against New Orleans with a final score of 75-65. Davion Bailey scored an impressive 25 points, with Dylan Heyman scoring 22. And finally, women's tennis went up against Texas State and Abilene Christian University, ending the game 0-7 and 1-6. The team of Estefania Gonzalez and Amelie Montalvo won 6-3 at their first line at Texas State, but unfortunately lost lines 2 and 3. Cardinal softball opened up the season winning 3 out of 5 games in the annual UIW tournament at HEB Field. The first game, the Cardinals fell behind 2-0 in the first inning. However, in the bottom third, UIW had 3 straight runs, bringing in the run taking in 3-2 lead. The Cardinals continued with 7 innings, scoring twice, winning a final score of 6-3. To stay up to date on women's softball, follow their Twitter and Instagram at UIW Softball. This past Sunday, the Super Bowl made its annual return, pitting the Philadelphia Eagles against Super Bowl three-peat hopefuls, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Eagles took an early lead in the first quarter. This was thanks to a 28-yard pass from quarterback Jalen Hurts. The Eagles would go on to score 2 more touchdowns and a field goal within the second quarter, leaving the Chiefs in a 24-0 game. The Chiefs attempted to regroup in the second half under quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes threw a 24-yard touchdown strike to wide receiver Xavier Worthy, resulting in the Chiefs' first touchdown of the game. However, the Eagles' defense proved to be too much, as they maintained their lead over the Chiefs heading into the third and fourth quarters. The game ended 40-22 in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles, making them the 2025 Super Bowl champions. Run Club held their bi-weekly run meet at Olmos Basin. They ran nearly 3 miles around the track while others hung out and played soccer. Come on and join them next meet, Monday the 24th at 6:30 p.m. Phoenix Suns player Kevin Durant became the 8th player in NBA history to score 30,000 points. Durant scored in a game against the Memphis Grizzlies on a Tuesday night from a free throw late in the third quarter. This puts Durant in exclusive company with LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant, and various others who also scored a surplus of 30,000 points within their careers. Despite Durant's strong showing of 34 points in the Grizzlies game, the Suns were unable to claim a victory, and it ended into a 119-111 loss in favor of the Grizzlies. Women's basketball is headed to South Texas for a 2-game road trip this weekend. One of those games takes place at 6:30 today against UT-RGV. Meanwhile, the women's tennis team plays against Prairie View A&M University tomorrow. The game will take place at the Alamo Heights Tennis Center at 10 a.m. And finally, men's basketball faces off against Texas A&M Corpus Christi this Sunday. The away game will start at 3:30 p.m. and you can watch it on ESPN+. For more information on future games, you can visit UIWcardinals.com. Good luck to all of our teams. And that's all the sports we have for you today. Thanks again for tuning in. Until next time, for UIWtv, I'm Aaron Rios. But before I go, we have our social media question of the day. And personally, the way I spread love on campus is to, be nice to all my friends and always say hello to them. But what do our viewers have to say, Janelle?
Thanks, Aaron. Let's take a look. Aiden Matthews said being positive towards everyone he meets. Nadia said by giving people chocolate kisses to brighten their day. And Leo Cruz said complimenting all the cool peeps on campus. Thank you for your responses.
For giving chocolate kisses, I don't know. Does she mean like chocolate, like lip or like the little Hershey's Kisses?
Probably Hershey's.
Okay, hopefully, I hope.
And that's all we have today for UIWtv. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have a great semester and, of course, a happy Valentine's Day.
Now be sure to tune in to our next newscast, which will be on February the 27th. For UIWtv, I'm Matthew Falatich.
And I'm Janelle De Jesus, and this has been UIWtv.
Yay! Yay!